If your dog looks at you like this, they have chosen you. Your dog may have chosen you long before you ever realized it. Not because you filled their bowl. Not because you bought the best toys. And not because you happened to be the person who brought them home. Dogs can live with many people. They can accept food from many hands. They can enjoy attention from almost anyone. But choosing someone is different. Choosing means that, out of every person in the room, their nervous system settles most deeply beside you. It means they search for your face when something feels uncertain. They notice when you leave, listen for the sound of your return, and carry a map of your movements through the house. The signs are rarely dramatic. Your dog cannot sit you down and explain that your presence has become part of their definition of safety. So they tell you in smaller ways. A head placed on your knee, a glance from across the room, a quiet paw resting on your hand, a body that follows you into a room where absolutely nothing interesting is happening. Most people call these habits. Some call them neediness. But when you place the behaviors together, they tell a much deeper story. They reveal trust. They reveal attachment. And sometimes they reveal that your dog has stopped seeing you as simply the person they live with. You have become their safe person, their point of reference, the one presence that makes the world feel understandable. Here are 17 quiet signs that your dog may have chosen you. Number 1. They follow you into rooms that offer them nothing. You stand up to get a glass of water, and your dog rises too. You walk to the bathroom, and a few seconds later, you hear paws outside the door. You go to another room because you forgot your phone, and somehow they decide this brief, meaningless trip requires supervision. Your dog wants to know where you are because your location helps organize their world. That is what makes the behavior meaningful. The kitchen is not always interesting. The hallway contains no toys. The bathroom is certainly not an adventure. Yet your dog comes anyway because the destination was never the point. You were. When your presence becomes more valuable than the room itself, you are no longer just part of your dog's environment. You are the part they keep choosing to stay near. Number 2. They rest their head on you without being invited. There is a particular kind of trust in the weight of a dog's head. You are sitting on the couch, reading, watching television, or doing nothing at all. You do not call them. You do not tap your lap. Then you feel it, a warm, heavy head slowly lowering onto your leg, foot, or hand. And then they become still. A dog's head is not just another part of the body. It carries the eyes, ears, nose, and mouth, the tools they use to monitor what is happening around them. When they place it on you and allow those senses to soften, they are temporarily giving up some vigilance. They can do that because they believe you will remain safe beneath them. That small pressure says, I do not need to watch everything right now. You are here. Your dog becomes quiet enough to place their most alert part in your care. For a few minutes, they let you hold the weight of their awareness. Number 3. They check every door, hoping it is you. Watch your dog when someone enters the house. The door opens. Their head lifts. Their ears change position. For 1 second, their entire body asks a question. Is it you? If another person walks in, your dog may greet them politely and settle again. But the next time the door moves, they check once more. They do not stop believing that one of those sounds will announce your return. Your dog is not thinking about time the way you do. They are not reading a clock and calculating when you should be home. They are living inside cues, rhythms, scents, and expectations. And many of those expectations lead back to you. When every opening door creates a brief spark of hope, it reveals something simple and moving. Your return is not merely another event in their day. It is one of the moments their day has been waiting for. Number 4. They study your face when you speak. You talk, and your dog watches. Maybe they tilt their head. Maybe their ears move slightly forward. Maybe their eyes travel between your eyes, your mouth, and your hands, as though they are trying to assemble a meaning from every available clue. They do not understand every sentence. But communication is larger than vocabulary. Your tone, posture, facial tension, breathing, and movements all carry information. A dog who is deeply connected to you becomes a careful student of these patterns. They learn the voice you use before a walk, the expression you make when you are worried, and the difference between playful energy and real frustration. Why? Because understanding you has value to them. They are not pretending to follow your story about work. They are doing something more instinctive. They are reading the emotional weather of the person who matters most, trying to discover what this moment requires, and whether the world still feels safe between you. Number 5. They sleep in the exact place you just left. You get out of bed, leave the room, and return 20 minutes later. Your dog is not simply on the bed. They are in your place. Their body rests inside the impression you left in the mattress. Their nose is close to your pillow. Out of all the available space, they have chosen the area most saturated with your scent and warmth. To them, your smell is not background information. It is a living record of familiarity. Your spot carries the strongest concentration of you. When you are absent, lying there allows your dog to remain surrounded by something their body recognizes. It can make an empty room feel less empty. They are not trying to replace you. They are choosing the closest version of your presence that remains after you leave. What looks like a dog stealing your side of the bed may actually be a dog lying in the shape of home. Number 6. They reach out with one quiet paw. Sometimes love does not arrive as a leap, a bark, or a wagging body. Sometimes it arrives as one paw. You are sitting beside your dog when they slowly place it on your leg or hand. They may leave it there without scratching, pushing, or asking for anything obvious. The paw is simply resting against you, creating a small bridge of physical contact. They are confirming that you are still connected. Human beings do this too. In a crowded place, we reach for the hand of someone we trust. During a difficult conversation, we touch an arm. The contact does not fix the situation. It communicates presence inside it. Your dog has fewer ways to say, "I am here with you." So, they use the body they have. They place one part of themselves against one part of you and allow the silence to carry the rest. The gesture lasts only seconds, but it reveals a relationship in which touch has become its own language. Number 7. They bring something the moment you return. You open the door, and your dog disappears. For a second, you wonder where they went. Then they return carrying a toy, a sock, a shoe, or some mysterious household object you did not realize they had claimed. People often interpret this as a gift. It can certainly feel like one. But the behavior may also help your dog manage an emotion too large to hold quietly. Your return creates excitement. Their body fills with energy. They want to run, jump, vocalize, touch you, and move in several directions at once. Carrying something gives all that emotion a place to go. The mouth becomes a container for joy. You were gone. Now you are here. Their world has shifted back into its preferred arrangement, and their body must express the relief. So they grab whatever is available and carry their happiness toward you. The old sock may not look meaningful, but in that moment it is holding an emotion your dog could not contain alone. Number 8. They know the sound of your name. Your dog is resting in another room while you speak on the phone. Someone says your name. You hear movement. A moment later, your dog appears, looking for you as though the word itself pulled them across the house. Over time, the sound points toward one person: you. This does not mean your dog understands names exactly as a human does. It means they have built an association strong enough that a particular sound activates attention. Even when the conversation has nothing to do with them, your name matters because the person attached to it matters. Think about what that reveals. You exist in your dog's mind, even when you are not directly interacting. They carry signals that represent you. Your scent, footsteps, voice, routines, and perhaps even your name. You have been learned in detail. When that single word makes their ears lift or sends them searching through the house, you are hearing evidence that your identity has found a permanent place in their world. Number 9. Their body begins to mirror yours. You settle into the couch, and your dog settles too. You become tense during an argument, and they suddenly grow watchful. You yawn, and a few seconds later, their mouth opens in a long yawn of its own. Your waking time becomes theirs. Your evening routine predicts rest. Your movement toward the door changes their energy. Even the speed and tension of your body can influence the atmosphere they experience. This is why a sensitive dog may notice your mood before another person does. They are not reading your private thoughts. They are detecting physical changes so small that you may not realize you are displaying them. Breathing becomes shallower, shoulders become tighter, movements become sharper. Your dog gathers the signals. And when you finally relax, they may release a deep sigh and soften beside you. That moment says something important. Your inner state has become relevant to their inner state. Your bodies are not literally one, but years of attention have taught them to move with your emotional rhythm. Number 10. They use your feet as an anchor. You are standing in the kitchen when your dog walks over, turns around, and sits directly on your feet. Not beside them. On them, it may be inconvenient, especially when you need to move. But from your dog's position, your feet are useful. They are the part of you closest to the floor. They carry the first information that you are about to go somewhere else. By leaning against them or settling on top of them, your dog gains closeness and awareness at the same time. If you move, they know immediately. They do not need your full attention. You may continue cooking or talking. They simply want their body connected to the base of yours. There is something almost symbolic about it. While the world around them changes, your feet tell them where their person is. They become a physical reference point, a place from which your dog can rest while remaining ready to move wherever you move next. You are not just company. You are their anchor in the room. Number 11. Their sleeping place slowly moves closer to yours. Think about where your dog slept when they first entered your life. Maybe they chose the far side of the room. Maybe they stayed in a crate, on their own bed, or near a doorway where they could observe without becoming vulnerable. Now think about where they sleep today. The distance may have quietly disappeared. First, they rested near the bed. Later, they moved beside it. Eventually, they slept against your legs, below your chair, or close enough to feel you shift during the night. That is how trust is often built. Not through one heroic moment, but through repetition. You remained predictable. You respected their space. You woke up and were still the same person. Slowly, your dog's body learned that sleeping closer did not increase danger. It reduced it. When your dog gradually closes the distance at night, they are giving you a history of the bond without words. Every inch they moved toward you was a quiet decision, and over time those decisions became belonging. Number 12. They bow when you enter the room. Your dog sees you and stretches forward. Their front legs extend, their chest lowers, and their back end remains raised. Sometimes the movement looks like an ordinary stretch after sleep. Sometimes it becomes a loose, playful bow aimed directly at you. The surrounding body language tells the story. A relaxed face, soft eyes, a freely moving tail, and an energetic return toward you suggest invitation and positive excitement. Your presence has changed their body from rest into connection. They are saying, in effect, you are here. Something good can happen now. They feel safe enough to lower themselves, become playful, and invite interaction. That tradition belongs to the two of you. Most love is built this way. An ordinary action repeats until it carries a private meaning. To everyone else, it is just a stretch. To you, it is the moment your dog notices that the room is complete again. Number 13. They hold you gently with their mouth. Your dog takes your hand, wrist, or sleeve into their mouth, but they do not bite down. Their jaw remains controlled. The pressure is soft. They hold for a moment and release, sometimes while greeting you or asking you to engage. But gentle, inhibited mouthing from a calm dog reveals something important: control. Your dog knows they are using a powerful part of the body, yet they adjust that power around you. They have learned that human skin is delicate, that play has boundaries, and that connection depends on restraint. Trust does not only mean believing that you will not hurt them, it also means knowing how not to hurt you. In that sense, the softness matters more than the mouth. Your dog could use greater pressure, but chooses not to. They interact with you as someone who belongs inside the circle of care. The gesture may last less than a second. Still, it shows the intelligence of affection, strength becoming gentle, because the relationship is more important than the impulse. Number 14. Your short absence feels enormous to them. You walk to the mailbox and return 11 minutes later. Your dog greets you as though you crossed an ocean. Their tail moves wildly. Their body curves. They run between you and the room, vocalize, stretch, bring an object, or press against your legs. The amount of emotion seems completely disproportionate to the time you were gone. Then the door opened, and uncertainty ended. Your return changes the emotional temperature of the house. Watch the first few seconds. Before treats, before a walk, before you offer anything, their response is already happening. The reward is not what you might give them later. The reward is you becoming present again. To a human mind, 11 minutes is almost nothing. To attachment, however, the important fact is not how long you were gone. It is that you came back. Number 15. They check on you when the house is quiet. Late at night, your dog gets up from their sleeping place. They walk toward your bed, pause nearby, sniff, listen, or look at you. Then, satisfied, they return to where they were resting. Still, one detail matters. You are part of what they check. During the day, attention is pulled in many directions. At night, the house becomes simple. Familiar breathing, scent, and position form a quiet map. If your dog wakes, Locating you may help confirm that the map has not changed. They do not need to wake you. They do not always ask to climb into bed. Often they only pause long enough to gather the information they wanted. You are here. The world is still in place. Then they can rest again. Being loved is not always someone watching over you in a heroic way. Sometimes it is a sleepy animal crossing a dark room for no reason you can prove, except that your presence has become one of the things they notice before returning to sleep. Number 16. Their tail tells a more detailed story around you. A wagging tail does not always mean a happy dog, but you do not need to become a neuroscientist to notice what changes when your dog sees you. Look at the whole body. Does the tail move in wide, loose arcs? Does the movement travel through their hips until the entire dog seems to wag? Are the eyes soft, the mouth relaxed, and the body moving toward you rather than becoming rigid? This is not simply a tail announcing excitement. It is a body revealing how it feels in your presence. You are watching a transition from alertness to familiarity. That transition is one of the clearest languages a dog has. Do not isolate one movement and turn it into a magical guarantee. Read the entire animal. When their eyes, ears, muscles, and tail all relax together, the message becomes much harder to misunderstand. Their body knows you, and it is happy to stop protecting itself from you. Number 17. They look back at you when they could look anywhere. This may be the sign that ties all the others together. Your dog is exploring a park, walking ahead, meeting someone new, or hearing an unfamiliar sound. Their attention moves outward, as it should. Then they look back at you, not because you called their name, not because you are holding food. They simply check your face before deciding what to do next. That glance may last only a second, but it reveals your role in their emotional world. You have become a reference point. When something is uncertain, they look for information in you. When something is exciting, they check whether you are coming too. When the environment becomes overwhelming, your expression and location help them decide whether they can continue or need to retreat. Their gaze leaves, discovers, and returns. Out of everything they could use to understand the moment, they choose your face. Because somewhere along the way, your face became connected to the answer they need most often. Am I safe? And in you, they have learned to find yes. But a pattern is different. When your dog rests more deeply near you, searches for you when uncertain, celebrates your return, learns the sound of your name, chooses your scent, initiates gentle contact, and repeatedly checks your face, the pattern begins to speak clearly. You have become more than the provider of food. You have become a secure place inside another living mind. It exists in the ordinary moments. Your dog waiting outside a door, their head becoming heavy on your knee, the sound of paws following you down a hallway, the quick glance that asks whether the world is still okay. You may think you rescued them. You may believe you simply brought an animal into your home and gave them a comfortable life. But while you were feeding them, walking them, cleaning up after them, and moving through thousands of unremarkable days, something else was happening. They were studying your consistency. They were learning your moods. They were discovering whether your hands were gentle, whether your voice was safe, and whether you returned after leaving. And one ordinary day, without ceremony, the decision became complete. You became their person. So the next time your dog looks back at you from across the room, do not rush past it. Look at the softness in their face. Notice the body that no longer feels the need to remain guarded. Understand that trust from an animal is never a small thing. They had an entire world to watch. And still, they chose to look for you. Now count how many of these signs your dog shows. Share that number in the comments, along with the one behavior that makes you feel most deeply chosen. And if this video helped you understand your dog in a new way, like the video and subscribe for more thoughtful explorations of the animals who quietly change our lives. Thank you so much for watching until the very end. If this video reminded you of your dog, take a moment to look at them a little differently today. Maybe the way they follow you from room to room, rest their head on your leg, watch your face, or wait by the door is not random at all. Maybe it is their quiet way of saying, "You are my safe place. I chose you." Now I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell us how many of these signs your dog shows. Does your dog follow you everywhere? Do they check on you at night? Do they look back at you when they feel unsure? Your story might remind another dog owner that the little things they see every day are actually signs of a deep bond. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next one. Your support helps this channel bring more heartwarming stories, animal facts, and meaningful moments to dog lovers everywhere. In the next video, we'll explore a completely different but adorable side of the dog world, the smallest dogs on Earth. These tiny pups may be small enough to fit in your arms, but their personalities, courage, and loyalty are anything but small. Some of them may look delicate, but their hearts are huge, and their charm can fill an entire home.